Pillars of Eternity continues.
Yes?
We are back, yes. We are back. We're in Cadnua. Trying to clear it. Looks like it could be a good stronghold, though.
Great.
Durance is a brave son of a bitch.
This isn't working.
As you wish. Well?
Brave thou Philon relieved.
A couple of you have expressed your fears that I'm not going to go back and clear the castle and the keep of Kolsk and the guards. Make no mistake. I
Well?
was just going to beef up a little bit.
As you wish.
Leave our village! We've done nothing to you! You can't do this!
Spectral smoke churns all around you. At first you see nothing except the haze, but gradually you make out the wizened, hunched shape of an old elven man. His face and bone-thin arms are smeared with paint. You can't do this! He shakes his head, spitting the words at you. Do what?
This is our village, our home! The Nine Claws have lived here almost 50 generations. We were here long before your kind brought war to our lands. You can't just burn it all! Have mercy, soldier! Our warriors have all gone! You can't burn us all because of them!
After a pause, he draws back and gapes at you in horror, seemingly in response to something you didn't actually say. But illusory tongues of flame flicker at the corners of your vision. He reaches out to you and opens his mouth to say something, but all that emerges is a series of violent coughs. He falls to his knees, choking on the thickening smoke. Flames overtake the vision as you back away. And then there's nothing. But we can go into the keep. We have our Eastern Barbican. I don't know. Maybe we should go into the keep first. What if I go check out this little Dorsky?
Keeping an eye out.
The sour odors of rancid grain and spoiled fruit permeates the air. Dust and rusted utensils cover the countertops. Rats skitter among the broken stairs. Place is creepy. Alright, we've had Dead Cat for a couple videos. Let's bring the flying dragon back out. The shelves creak under the books. Many of them covered are mottled with mildew. Cobwebs bind the remains of broken amulet, cracked mortar, and various shattered bottles and vials to the table. Come on, find them secrets. I don't think there's anything quite to do here yet. But we can enter the main keep. The Old Watcher quest.
Clearly of a dear brave thou
Shit!
Lord,
Didn't even let him talk.
Hi.
Well,
Luglug's getting beat up.
what is it?
Bro, do it. He must have been getting interrupted. That's right. Dead. D-E-D. It's Whispers of Yenwood, a unique one-handed sword. It's reliable as fuck with Slain Spirit of Constitution +2, and Will says go fuck yourself with -3. Not so great on the Wilski. 8 in fucking enchantments. Jesus Christ. 11 to 16. Its blade covered with graceful Glenfeathern engravings. Whispers of Yenwood was once the sword of the first Road Warden of Cadnua. When the Earl of Yenwood appointed Cafet Eodhart, the young lord feared the spirits that were rumored to dwell under the young castle's foundation. He spent a sizable sum to have the black Ymerian steel blade forged shipped to Eastern Reach for engraving by the Earl Grandfather's slave artisans and enchanted in New Dinrid. Caft is known to have used the sword in the Battle of Old Jiran and to help neighboring Raedric suppress an uprising in the Gilded Vale, but there is no recorded use of it in Cadnua. Over time, Caft began to believe that the sword had been cursed by the Glenfathen artisans who decorated it. He confided in those close to him that he thought the spirits of the dead were talking to him through the blade while he slept. One evening, against the pleas of his wife and soldiers, a maddening Caft carried the sword deep into the misty woods of Ir Glenfath. His body was never recovered. I can't talk about it. But the next road warden the Earl assigned to Cadnua found it waiting for him on the throne in the keep's great hall. None of the soldiers could explain how the sword had appeared there. Fuck no. No road warden has carried the sword since that day. fuck? No. You'll have to excuse me. I just got done being DMing a 5th edition D&D campaign for about 6 hours and slamming some serious, juicy IPAs. That's what I do. And I do it fucking well. Holy shit, she's hot. As soon as you come to the end of the Great Hall, you perceive an inviting warmth radiating from the Grand Throne. We're out of marble, its masterful artistry out of place amidst the castle's more practical stonework. The veiled face of a woman is carved above the throne's backing, watching over the room with hollow eyes. At your approach, you feel the warmth fluctuate, as though stirring. A voice rings out from the carving, permeating the fortress through stone and air.
Another watcher in Cadnua, glowing very brightly indeed to these eyes. What strange happenstance.
I am looking for Maerwald.
As am I. If you should happen to find him, I would be glad to know of it. Each day his absence brings new dust to my halls, new cracks to my stones. It's shameful is what it is. The Earl would never have let it come to this. You are free to search for him here. I will unbar the way.
You said these were your halls?
Not as a land is its lord's, more as a child is its mother's. This castle was my design, you see. The Earl appointed me to do it. I was getting on in years. I knew it would be my only chance to build something magnificent. When it was built, I couldn't bring myself to part from it, to go back to my lonely home. I begged the Earl to let me stay, to take care of it. It was all I wanted, and he granted it. Years later, when Bereth's usher finally came calling, I begged the Earl to find a way to let me remain, and so he did.
Cool story. Tell me more about the Maerwald.
He was a great man. He came here one day, young with long hair and polished armor, and he banished the dark things that had come to lurk in this place after centuries of neglect. He could see the beauty of this place, the way it had been, so he claimed it for his own when no one else would take it. We worked together to restore it. But he began to grow distant some time ago. He never told me why. He retreated deeper and deeper into the keep, never leaving, sending servants for food, hiding himself from my sight. The restoration stopped. Now, to look at the place, you'd never know the progress we'd made. In most places, it's worse than it ever was. And all I can do is watch it crumble around me.
Any idea where I can find Maerwald?
I can feel his presence faintly somewhere deeper inside the keep. But he uses his gifts to confound me, and my senses are dulled while he does so. I only wish I could know his mind.
Are you in prison in that throne?
Imprisoned? At times it feels that way, I suppose. But it's more that I reside here. The throne was brought up from the ruins. One of the first things they found. As a last favor to a dying woman, the Earl arranged for me to be moved into it. Audra is an accommodating vessel for a soul. Oh, it's not as confining as it seems. I can feel the whole keep from here, and all things that are tied to it. There's something about this throne and its construction. Or maybe it's something about this place.
What Earl were you speaking of?
The Earl of Yenwood. The original, in fact, when Deerwood was a colony. He found this site, the only ruin Ere Glanfarth refused to defend, and he believed its wealth would be great. The keep was his way of defending his family's claim, and that claim became his obsession. He had to know what lay beneath.
Huh?
He devoted his life to excavating the ruins below the keep. They had been sealed with rock and soil. Deliberately, it would seem. Years passed, and with them the Earl. He dug his entire life and never found what he sought. His obsession became his sons and his sons' sons. And one day, that young Earl broke through.
What did he find?
An endless maze, incomprehensible in its construction. But he would never come to learn more than that. Vile things had taken residence there, vile and dangerous. They poured up through the keep and slew its residents, the Earl among them. After that, the keep remained abandoned, unused, wasted. Maerwald's mastery of this place was the first hope I'd had in 200 years. How I've longed to see it as it once was. I can only guess why all this has happened. I fear I've wronged the gods putting this place here, and they've doomed me to watch it wear away into dust.
Bye, Felicia!
Take care in your search. Many dangers lie in wait here.
Alright, find Maerwald, the spirit of Caldera de Berenzi. One of the Lord Raedric's unfortunate victims has directed me towards Kenua, where I will find a man named Maerwald. Caldera has informed me that I have become something known as a Watcher, and that this Maerwald is a Watcher as well. Perhaps he has some insight on this. That'd be good.
Yes.
Chesticle. Chesticle, straight chesticle. It's fucking empty, who gives a damn shit? Chesticle, straight chesticle. Whoa, watch out.
Been out playing soldier again, have we? Go wash up and come help me shuck these peas.
As you draw nearer, the apparition in front of you resolves into an elven woman. Her stringy hair is tied back, and she tugs at a loose thread on her apron. There's a distant, hollow look in her eyes until she notices you. A frail smile descends like a veil over her face. She turns from you long enough to produce a basket that, like her, is shimmering and semi-transparent. And no complaints. You've got to eat your vegetables if you want to grow up strong and be a real soldier one day. Just like we agreed, right? She watches you out of the corner of her eyes.
Huh? What are you talking about, ghost bitch?
Soldiers are important.
You got
people.
it. Take it over, bitch.
They defend the weak and punish the wicked. You're too young to understand now, but there are lots of wicked people. People like the man who murdered your father.
What are you talking about? Too young. Lug, 10 years old now. Welcome to my 10-year anniversary, biatch. Remind me, what happened to my, father?
Before you were born, the Glanfathans attacked settlers like us. They said we'd knocked over some of their special Adra rocks. That's why they call it the Broken Stone War. They got very angry, and so they came into our villages and killed many people. Your father was one of them.
A pod slips out of her grasp and she jabs the side of her finger with the jagged thumbnail. She says nothing as the skin slowly turns from white to red.
He was one of the people the Glenfathers killed?
That's what I said, motherfucker. Her voice is low and hoarse, and her hand is frozen over the basket. Something dark and empty clouds over her eyes. She drops
That's why
the
you will
basket.
be a soldier one day. To protect and to avenge. Why don't you go back out and play? I'll finish up here.
She stares at the trickle of blood on her finger.
Yes.
And then you fist pump. Something strange going on here in the neighborhood. I don't know who I'm gonna call.
Yes?
Brave thou Philot.
Okay.
Brave thou Philot.
Holy fucking spider shit.
So much for you.
These spiders got fucked up. Kill it before it lays eggs. What are you doing, Goober? Let the big guys go
Brave
first.
thou Philot. Believe.
Fuck it, just every man for himself. Really, Durance?
As you wish.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
of course.
New orders, Lieutenant. Ready your squad.
Well?
A spectral man arrayed in armor and an officer's cloak studies a single sheet of paper. You can see straight through it to the ducal and insignias on his breastplate. He seems to read over the page several times before looking up at you. When he does, the expression is unreadable.
There's been a change of plans. Take your squad and march south all the way to the bow in the river. Bring a wagon team and a dozen barrels of pitch.
His voice falters, and he shakes his head. The hand holding the paper drops to his side. Tell me about the orders.
The instructions come from Admeth Hadred himself, which means they might as well have come from the Duke. We're to burn those hut dwellers out. Set fire to the deerwood so they've nowhere to retreat. Cut them down when they come out. Or let them blaze if they won't.
A ghostly sigh forms a mist in front of his lips.
It'll make this even shorter than the broken stone war, all right. And we can only hope it'll discourage future conflicts.
He looks at you.
I know this is personal for you. It is for many of us. But understand, we're doing this to end this war, not to continue the last one. Remember that we're flushing out the enemy, not burning villages for sport. Bareth will have his work cut out for him tonight.
Whoosh. We must continue on.
I shall be discreet.
We'll take those farmers by surprise. Almost time. Di and Heather scouted the village last night. They're rounding up the rest of the party now.
An elven man turns to face you. His cheeks, his forearms, and the cartilage of his long, pointed ears are smeared with indigo and blue paints. He grins wickedly beneath a thatch of wild hair.
Huh? What party?
Don't worry. Everyone remembers the raid was your idea. The Rio had to go along with it after you'd gotten the rest of the clan riled up. No one wants it said that the Nine Claws were too cowardly to stand with the rest of the tribe when the foreigners desecrated our ruins.
The Rio?
The ragged strips of paint on his face twist as he laughs. You may not like them, but they're our elders for now. A dead gray tooth peers from between his lips. That was clever, drawing the support of the community first. By the time you approach the Ria, they'll have no choice but to support us. There's no doubt you'll join their ranks one day, as long as no farmer's pitchfork fells you tonight.
The tribes need more leaders like you. Women who value deeds over words.
Huh? Lug no woman.
The ghostly warrior gives you a long, covetous look. His semi-transparent eyes blaze as they crawl over you. He reaches toward your cheeks but stops midway, his splayed fingers quivering as a tremor of doubt runs through him.
You were right. We were too soft when the foreigners first came, and now they humiliate us. We'll be soft no more, and the invaders will learn to leave us alone once and for all.
If you say so. Don't see why it's a big deal.
Yes.
It ain't no fun.
Of course.
Lug can't have none. It ain't no... Oh shit, spider!
Brave thou feel.
Holy
Brave
footballs!
thou feel.
Adder!
We need to get another save going. You know.
Well,
Ooh, boots of stealth. Boots are worn for both comfort and style, but boots of stealth are for stealing shit. I mean, maybe Aloth, but maybe not. He's not wearing boots, and he is our lockpicker for now. Cobblestones and bricks are bound to the rusted old cart by thick spider webs. It smells like shit in here. Oh, fuck. Zarif. Oh, you're a fucking toast.
Of course. Aye?
Take it all.
as you wish.
Oh, it's a big spider.
Brave thou
That's it!
Stone Beetle!
Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying.
He is taking a big amount there. Stone beetles must be immune or resistant to melee attacks. However, that will fuck them up good. That's fucking ghosty.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Kinda stuck over here.
Holy shit. Big Mom in the house. Spider Queen, you're gonna get some magic missiles to the twat.
Kinda stuck over here.
Look, Durance, if you wanna fucking constantly get your shit stuck in shit, go for it.
Oh, fuck.
Up, Durance is poison like a sumbitch. Come on, man. He's at 28 and 90. It's perfect health.
As you wish.
He's not feeling too fantastical.
Moe Ixi Ana.
I don't know why I did that. We did find Odrak, a unique stiletto. Odrak once belonged to a prominent military instructor in the capital city of Adir. The instructor was a cipher whose gifts were seldom used by his empire, and he grew frustrated at its superiors' inability to see the potential of ciphers to perform key missions that no other force would be capable of. He began making his opinion known, and over time the opinion became more subversive and radical, until the last, his unsanctioned activities got him charged with treason. The officer and crew that came to detain him, however, underestimated him as much as the Empire had, and with only this blade and the talents of his mind, he slew this would-be captors. He fled the city and embarked on a life as a duelist, obsessed with proving his potential to any who would question it. In the end, his life ended in the manner that the lives of duelists typically do, and the potential he often spoke of remains just that. The knife still bears his psychic imprint, and the wielder will often get flashes of maneuvers of the original owner performed in order to deliver the killing blow to his opponent. Some regard this as a curse, but find value in it, and such an experience to better realize the knife's potential. Were it not for evidence of the heavy use about the handle and pommel, Odric would seem new, its cutting edge perfectly beveled and owned without a single nick along its length. It's a bad little dagger. I mean, maybe Ronstock wants to stab a bitch with it. Get it? I mean, most likely not, but still. Potion of Mirror Imaged. Weathered and covered with dull patina, this elaborately carved pillar appears far older than the surrounding structure.
Well?
Well? Welly welly in my belly. We have to go to level 666. So this is going to take forever. Wait a minute, what the fuck? What the hell? Okay, 1 hour. Cool, thanks. Look, don't be a smartass. Just tell me how to get through here, asshole. The Endless Pass of Nadshua. Still have other places to look. Some kind of wall there. We can't get there yet. Kill it before it lays eggs! Yeah, we definitely don't want to bum rush anybody with that guy.
Well?
Raid. Looter. Gold Pack Knight. This is probably bad. I'm literally running in here with fucking jack shit. If thou feel out Priest is down. Yeah, that probably wasn't the best idea. Okay.
Well? Well?
I mean, well, we're fucked up, well.
Gorst.
Probably really close to time to camp. Oh, fuck me running.
Of course.
We need to rest badly. Now we're feeling groovy.
Well?
Yeah, this is one of those situations where you fucked up.
So worthless, the poison!
Fuck that bullshit. Fuck you. You fucking little pinky dick. My goddamn tank's in the front. What's wrong with you?
Gorst.
Hey, what guys, what's up? Oh, it's beetle time. Yay. Wood beetles. Fuck you.
That's it!
Well?
That's right, wood beetles. You got fucked up.
I drew some silver, it looked like. And some white leaf.
What is it?
Bro, what you talking about? My thief is good. My thief is on point.
No. Keep away from us. Leave us!
A large, liver-spotted man, pale-chested and paunchy, cowers in the far corner of the room. His white hair is tangled, stringy mess. He covers his face and chest with trembling hands, unable to look in your direction.
Maybe we should come back later?
Are you Maerwald?
He looks up over his hand, the muscles around his eyes twitching, and begins whispering to himself in sharp hisses, as though having an argument. All at once he stops shaking, a sudden calmness falling over him. His head tilts forward slightly, and he looks you dead in the eyes, like a cornered animal about to pounce. His voice turns suddenly raspy.
Maerwald isn't here, and he isn't fooled. He has sent for no callers. Be gone, deceiving spirit.
I'm a watcher. And you better shut the fuck up. You better start making some sense right now, or you'll get it worse than any spirit could give.
Maerwald will speak with you, but you will maintain your distance, or you'll have me to answer to.
The old man turns his body away and has another muttered, sputtering argument facing the wall. When he turns back towards you, he is taking a confident stance, and his chest is puffed out like a soldier's. A new strength enters his voice.
Come to speak to Maerwald? Maerwald whose touch is poison? Maerwald who knows not his effect?
The man's posture folds, and his hands, he'd held strongly at his sides a moment ago, resume their original tremors. His voice is feeble and tentative.
I was told I'm a watcher, and that you could tell me more about this shit.
And about it, a tablet of some worth after that. Once you two are finished, of course.
A window. Window to the ether, where spirits dwell. Hear and reach into it. Speak and listen through it. A watcher sees souls, reads them, knows their pasts, souls of the living, souls of the dead, an empath, and the souls see them back. Used it to help beings in both realms, did I. What the gods wanted of me, thought I. The gods put me in the world for vengeance, and I obliged. It was the gods' wishes that we protect those lands. My way was the only way to remove the foreigners.
He tilts his head forward, glowering at you. His voice is raspy.
Little I knew.
He shrinks down, and is himself once more. He cradles his face in his shaking hands.
I was accosted by spirits on my way here. What the fuck do they want?
No. No! Forgive me!
Maerwald
Forgive
staggers
me!
backward, staring off at some imagined phantom. He covers his mouth with his hand, his breathing convulsing, his eyes red and exhausted.
I think you lost your fucking mind.
No. No. Lost. No. Found more of it. Too much. Too much to bear. An awakening.
Huh?
Alos's eyes narrow as he looks at the old man. How could a simple awakening have driven you to this? Luglug's lore is dog shit.
What's an awakening?
Many lifetimes we have. Souls enter womb and exit corpse. Carry with them all experiences, all knowledge, all identities. Yet we do not remember. Hidden from us. What end? What end? Only the gods know. Certain things can stir memories from lives long buried. Awaken the old memories, the old personalities. Memory, personality, identity, any might resurface.
He looks again at the door behind you.
And I have seemed to be having a conversation with several of them right now.
Ghosts of the mind. Maerwald has lost control. Maerwald's body no more.
Then the spirits I pass by, what are they?
Spirits and not spirits. Always whispering to Maerwald, reminding him of his mistakes. No sleep. Watchers see memories before them, form them from the essence of their own souls. Once Maerwald awakened, he could not make them leave. Gave them more form, not less.
The spirits are memories from previous lives?
Troubled memories, angry memories, pulling Maerwald back, reminding him his mistakes. Marauder and soldier, soldier and marauder, how could they know?
Why do these past lives still trouble you?
My fault. All my fault. Soldier and marauder, soldier and marauder and Maerwald. No forgiveness for what's past. No undoing what's done. No sleep. No sleep for the Watcher.
He looks at you baggy-eyed and lost.
War there was all around. War of stone, war of tree.
He's talking about two different wars, fought back to back, long time ago. The Broken Stone War and the War of the Black Trees. These were conflicts between locals and settlers getting out of hand, both of them. Some folks are mad about what one side did to the other.
Death we brought to the settler men. We, the 9 claws. Claws of 9. Worse what we did to the women. For love of the gods. The gods' love. For their love.
I met one of your memory spirits. There was talk of raiding a village.
Maerwald's voice becomes raspy, and he's somewhere else in place and time, speaking to someone unseen.
Hold her down. Head her. Give this hattie a bitch an heir that belongs in Air Glotfath.
Maerwald cringes himself again, watching something he can't bear to see, shaking his head over and over. He wails like a little bitch.
His soul is mocked by flame, and those mocks he'll never heal. His trial broken him, but better than that to live in weakness. Keep talking, I'm enjoying this.
The boy. The boy. The baby boy. The boy. Conceived in the raid. Conceived by force. Vessel for marauder. Slain in the raid. Marauder and the boy. Marauder and soldier.
A baby conceived by a raider? What do you mean it was a vessel for him?
For the soul. Marauder's soul. Same soul. One soul. Boy's soul. Marauder's soul. Raised in lies and vengeance. Raised to soldier. Raised for the fire. Born for the fire.
Then that was his mother I met in the keep. She told him his father was killed by the raiders.
You'll get no pity from me. The crimes of the 9 Claws clan in the last war are still unavenged. But the gods are just. They have led me here. In my father's name, every one of you will burn. Light it.
He looks off to the side as if someone else is standing nearby. What? So he came back to his next life to burn his own clan? No wonder he's such a mess now. That'll stain you right down to your soul. Maerwald's shoulders slump. He rocks back and forth, agitated. He mutters to himself, oblivious to your presence.
Soldier and marauder, lies and vengeance, and dead villages. All dead. All dead. What for? What for?
Your soul is given to wickedness. The only question is why the gods don't tear it apart.
How little we know.
How do you tell a spirit from memory?
Fragmented our memories. Stuck in time. Mindless, cruel, never far.
I've seen apparitions like those elsewhere since I've become a watcher.
Oh, no. You too.
All at once, in spite of his abject misery, his expression changes to one of utmost sympathy.
They will take you too.
Athos' eyes dart between you and Maerwald. What exactly does he mean? Surely something can be done.
You're saying I'll end up like you?
So fragile the Watcher's mind. So real his memories. Once awakened, how can he sleep?
If I'm awakened to a past life, how would that have happened?
You were reminded of it. Strong memories, lingering lives, they dwell near the surface, waiting to be remembered, waiting to take your mind for their own.
Fuck that!
Maerwald sat at his hearth and watched his fire, watched the wood burn. Then came the memory of another fire and burning wood and screams.
His face trembles involuntarily.
There must be some way to make these memories go away.
No. Always there. Always remembered. Can't forget. Can't unsee.
I didn't just remember. Someone caused this. They wore masks and spoke of books and keys and a queen. There was a man there. He seemed familiar to me.
Keys of lead. Books of burden. Queens that were. Known to me are they. The leaden key.
The leaden key? It seems we share an enemy. Lug, assassins and watchers wakers, both. They certainly keep busy.
What can you tell me about this leaden key, Kana, big mouth motherfucker?
Secrets.
Oh, you too?
Secrets and deceptions and schemes. Who knows their answers? Not they. Not they. Crossed them before. Hatred of watchers, hatred and fear. Much we see. Threat to secrets.
Who is this queen they pray to?
Woodica. Goddess.
What,
Crown shattered and body burned. Binder of oaths and grudge holder. Bearer of justice. But
if the leader key caused my awakening, could they undo it?
Many secrets do they keep. Unawakened? Mayhap. Who else if not they?
Maerwald's bushy white eyebrows edge upward. He begins muttering to himself just as you are about ready to repeat your question.
Do you know where I might find leaden key?
City of Defiance.
Huh?
Never far from the Queen.
I need to go so I can search for this man. From the leaden key.
Sleep well. Sleep well.
Hold! I know your will die. Your actions were seen. You would sooner betray us to the Adir land thieves than take orders from me.
I don't have time for this. I will beat you senseless, old man.
Your betrayal is for nothing. Your warnings are lost on these foreigners, and their blood will be Gallowayne's tribute this night. I have asked the elders for the honor of claiming your head as my first trophy.
You are gonna fucking pay for that shit.
Beg for the Seeker God to grant you a quick death.
You're gonna be begging for Lug-Lug's dick wrapped around your throat. Night-night!
Hi?
There's a change in the air of the keep. What was thick and suffocating feels to you somehow more breathable, as though yielding to a conquering invader. Maerwald's body lies inert. You can feel his soul lingering here, uncertain. There's just something unique about his soul in this place. A bond formed in decades of inhabitants, and lordship that feels somehow palatable to you. As though, even in death, the keep knows its former master, and the former master remembers its keep. Lug was granted speaker to the fucking restless. Sever rope of Eleanor to pass from this world. Repair rope. Ooh, I could bind him to here forever. Holy shit, this is deep. I think the evilest thing to do would be to bind his soul here for eternity. The frayed pieces twist and fuse, and as the bond strengthens, the fibers become metal and the rope becomes a chain. You watch as Maerwald's soul recedes into the floor, melding with it, spreading thin across it, until it is one with the entire place, a silent guardian. Ring ding dong, ring a ding 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 dong. Maerwald's Grimwald, motherfucker. Alright, never far from the queen. I think that was the best choice. I mean, hey, yo.
Hi.
Let's buff your mechanics up if you're gonna go picking. You know? Wait a minute, this guy's lore's gotta be up to par 2. What the fuck? Can't just be mechanic, man. He's gotta be fucking mage man too. Yeah. Alright, he can already get Fireball and Crackling Bolt we will teach to him. Ringrim's repulsive visage. This caster's face becomes a nightmarish mask of rotting insect-infested flesh or other images of unspeakable horror, compelling all nearby foes to become terrified as fuck. Noxious burst spews forth a poisonous cloud of foulness that causes corrode damage, and leaves victims sickened like little bitches. Creates a nullifying field of antagonistic magical energy around the chosen point, suppressing all beneficial effects of enemies. Deleterious alacrity of motion. Caster draws upon his or her life force to gain an increase in speed and movement, while draining the shit out of his or her endurance. We're getting 2 of these. Summons 3 missiles that pierce through the target and leap to 2 additional targets. Oh, I definitely want that. Bears the enemy's combat vulnerabilities for all to see. Concealed draining touch. Weakening and converting to life force for the caster. Sure, let's try those. Let's try those out. Oh, Eddar's getting a little level. Nope. Fighter becomes fiercely determined to deflect all incoming blows. That's a perfect skill for him. Oh, Lug getting a level. Fantastic. Barbaric Yell. Frightens the shit out of stuff. Savage Defiance, plus 122. Yeah, we want a super heal. Fuck yeah, we do.
All right, folks, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this episode. Stay tuned for more Pillars of Eternity soon to come.